Good morning. Welcome to Art Before Breakfast. Cheryl here with Inked Pulp, and I've got my coffee. I did not oversleep today, and I feel good. So we'll wait for a few people. We'll wait for a few people to get in here. So what I have today, I have these pieces that we did the water casting with. And I have a pile of just scraps and stuff and more up here. And we're just going to play. We're just going to play. I'm going to make this into... Oh, good morning, Susan. I'm so glad you're back. We didn't scare you off. So these pieces, Susan, I don't know if you saw it or not. I did a technique called water casting, where I splattered water on the page and then, oh, hey, Big Mama. You ready to go? Oh, I know. I know. And Mimi's here. Oh, so Big Mama Susan is a new viewer with us. I met her online through the Marguerite Miller Challenge. She's a wonderful little artist, and I encourage you to go subscribe to her. And Mimi, you met her yesterday. And Mimi, you were wanting to know what we were going to do. So Susan, this I collaged on just a piece of cardstock. I collaged a bunch of book paper, and then I did the water embossing technique. And so Mimi asked yesterday, what are we going to do with the rest of those pieces? And I am here to do it. So I don't want to cover them up too much because, you know, they've got that cool water embossing technique on them. Oh, I don't know how it always happens. I clean up my desk, but then it gets miserable again. Oh, here's that bright green cheesecloth. So let's do this. Let's get started. Let's round the corners on this thing. And this is just going to be a little itty bitty journaling card. Now, I did, I did put the matte medium down just to keep all those little pieces down. And I thought I had this little butterfly, and I thought I would put this little butterfly, and that's it. The butterfly and maybe a word. Something very simple to get started while we're waiting for everybody else. Now, Susan, I'm going to warn you about Big Mama. She has got a wicked, wicked sense of humor. And most of the time it's appropriate, but sometimes she gets a little racy in her comments, and we love her for that. But I do want to warn you. All right. Is it showing up enough? I think it is. And if I'll just put a little word here. And then I will have to back all of these. I'm not going to do that on camera. We've missed you the last couple days, Big Mama. Yesterday I kind of did just a show and tell of a lot of stuff I've been working on. Okay, but today I'm doing my favorite thing, just a bunch of scraps. I wonder if that needs like a fresher... See, I don't want to put it there because it'll cover up too much. What do you think of that? Just a little piece of paper behind it. You really can't tell that it's back there, but it is. And I can ink that up too. Just a little something, something. And this is the fun part of the show where you get to watch me ink. Okay, so we'll put that down like that. Oh, it's actually upside down. Goes that way and that way. I like it. I am going to use glue stick on the bottom piece. Please forgive me. I will try to work really close to my Lord, but sometimes. Oh, Big Mama, I love you just the way you are. You are just, you're one of my favorite people. I love the saucy wit and humor. I just wanted to give Susan a little heads up. And Big Mama does some amazing art journals. Mimi, how come we don't ever see any of your work displayed? I'd love to see some of what you create. I probably should have put some black around that paper just for something different, but I didn't, so. So what you been up to, Big Mama, while we haven't seen you here? How about think? That's a fun word. So I'm almost done with like 8 copper pendants. They're not ready to show you guys just yet. They will be tomorrow. I have to antique them. They're bright, bright copper right now, and they're upstairs. But as soon as I'm done here, all right. I just had, there it went, rolled away. I was going to say, I just had that inker or the dauber. Well, good for you. It's nice to have a life outside of crafting. I sometimes wonder if I do. But we don't have really family in the area, so it's just us two. My husband had to work yesterday, so blasphemy. I'm looking to see if I have a little something, something. Maybe this. That could go behind that word. Or maybe that little piece of cheesecloth that I found. I'm sure it didn't, Big Mama. I'm sure you're a wonderful cook. Okay, so we've got that. And then we've got. So this word is in honor of Big Mama. Think before you eat her cooking. She may be decorating your grave next year. I'm kidding, Big Mama. You know that. So we've got think. I'm going to put this down with this little piece of paper. And then what I will do is back this with some coffee dyed paper, and then I'll sew around it. How's that for a little sweet little journaling card? I hate this camera. If anybody knows of a better camera that will do better focusing. All right, so there's the first piece. Let's move on to something a little bit bigger. How about, oh, I have an idea for this one. Thank you, Big Mama. And there you go. I'm not Big Mama. Yes, Big Mama. I keep getting you two mixed up. And maybe that's the first thing that we did with this water splattered. Now, on this one, I ran across in my pulling out of scraps. And these scraps, by the way, just came out of, I like this, but I think I'm going to cut it off a little bit shorter. I'll save that piece for something else. I'm going to put this little book card in here, but I do have to back it real quick with something because it is really weak. Really, really, really weak. I'll just put it on some book paper. It still won't be super thick, but it'll be better than what it is now. Get rid of some of these scraps. Like I said, I want to start being a little bit neater in my crafting. And so I'm just gonna go around here. Susan can use your, oh, you use your phone too. I do use my phone for still, like when I'm just recording to post. When it's a static recording, I use my phone all the time. I use a camera when I am live because it allows me to add other people to the stream. It just gives me more flexibility. All right, that's a little bit sturdier. All right, so we are going to put this. No potato gives up his life without a great send-off here. Yeah, I like to cook too. I think I've been told that I'm a fairly decent cook, but I just don't like to spend that much time at it. Yesterday I made hamburgers and sweet potato fries for dinner. And I doctor up my hamburger. I'm probably way off camera. I doctor up my hamburgers. I put onions, a little bit of minced habanero in it, some Worcestershire sauce, some Montreal steak seasoning sauce, and some ketchup. And that's what I put in my, oh, I was going to try something else on one of those. Okay, so we'll put that in a little pocket. Now, what do we want to use for a pocket? Not big enough. Oh, you do? What is the name of your cooking channel? I want to go look at that. I just dropped something in the garbage and I don't see what it was. I'll have to dig through that later. Yeah, tell us the name of your channel. I kind of like that, but I've got this little floppy piece. Of course, I could always just cut that off. I like the idea of having the flowers with the grunge. What about using that as a pocket and then just putting this down inside of there? What do you guys think of that? And then we can do something at the top. Susan's Southern Cooking. Oh, Southern Cooking. I gotta go look at that. What do you guys think of this? Yay, nay? While you're thinking about it, I'm gonna round these edges too and make this. This is fabulous. Kind of mixing a few styles. You know me, I don't like to do just any one of anything. All right, so we've got some rounded corners and we've got some distressed edges here. Susan's Southern Cooking. I know what I'm going to be binge watching today while I'm making my metal pieces. Now we have so many leftovers. I have leftover spaghetti. I have a leftover pork chop and rice casserole in there. I have leftover hamburgers. So tonight is a leftovers night. I'm not cooking anything new tonight. But maybe I'll find one of Susan's recipes and then I can come on here and give be a food critic. I like that idea, Susan. All right, so there's that, and we're going to put this down, and I can only put it down just right on the edges here. I don't have enough. Now, I didn't ink that up, but that's okay. I'm not going to do that top part there. All right. Let's put this down here. Try to get it halfway straight. So you're a pretty... You two leftovers. How was the Memorial Day event, Susan? I know you cooked for that. And Big Mama and Mimi, what did you guys do for Memorial Day? There, it says we have 7 watching, but I don't see 7 in here. Now, do I need to put something on this? I really like that. I like it a lot. I gotta let it dry. Should I put something on the card itself? Let's see what I have. Ooh, I have some stamps. I could either put it down in this kind of blank spot like here, or I could put it up in the corner, or I could have a couple of them. And I've got this little bit of cheesecloth. I kind of like it down here. What do you guys think? Oh, yuck. So what do you think? Down here or up here? Maybe up here. So Susan, you never guessed that Miss Marguerite Miller would bring you into such a group of crazy ladies, did you? We are a group of crazy ladies. Yeah, I agree. Big Mama, top is where it needed to go. Now, the bigger question is, do we want 1 or 2? So I could put 2 on there, kind of like that. Or I could just leave it with the 1. I know, I do too, Mimi. Our ladies are crazy, but they have hearts. I mean, huge hearts, and I'm glad I found Susan and that she's joining. So what do you think? 2 or 1? 1, Big Mama? Susan likes 2. Okay, Mimi, you got to be the tiebreaker, 1 or 2. Because I'm kind of liking the 2. What do you think, Mimi? I'm gonna... Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the 2. I really like it with the extra on it. You like 2 as well. Okay. So there we go. We're doing 2. So we do group designing here, Susan. I love to get input from my ladies. Just about out of that Fabri-Tac. I gotta get more. Okay, there's that piece. And yeah, this is now dry. So it goes down in there like that. Now, I got one more thing I gotta do. Let me think about it. Let me think for a minute. Well, let's see what I got. I got all kinds of scraps. Oh, I could use one of these across the top and then put a little button up in the corner. What do you guys think of that for a trim? This is one of my just pieces of paper with the zigzag on it. What do you think about that for a topper? I kind of like it. So you don't even have to ruffle them. You can just put a flat piece of paper in there, put some zigzag on it, and it works. Oh, yeah, I usually do odds too, but there's really not room for 3 stamps on there. That's a smaller piece. So it's 2 stamps, but I usually do odds as well. But sometimes you just got to break the rules, right, Big Mama? Big Mama is my inspiration for how to properly break the rules. And not get in trouble for it. There we go. Now, I need to do a couple of things here. Looks like we've got 6 in here. Where's everybody? Come on, speak up. So you guys, I talked about this before, but I think it's really funny. I have somebody, and it's only one person, who loves to come in here and give me a thumbs down. And at first it really bothered me. I thought, what? And I think I actually know who it is. And then I realized that thumbs up or thumbs down, YouTube still gives you credit for activity. So I stopped worrying about it. I don't worry about it. Now, it needs a little bit of a topper at the top there. It looks a little plain to me. So let's pull out the fabric scraps. And I don't want that green because it clashes with that one. could put just a little piece of black. Do you guys like the black or no? Should I come up with a different color? What do you think about the black? And actually, I'd probably put it on the front. Well, Mimi, I usually use 33 woods. When I add it together, it's 6, which is even. So that's odd, isn't it? Actually, you know what? I don't want a piece of this. I want a small tab instead. I guess I better cover up that ink. Let's get one of my... And by the way, I know there's a lot of talk on the groups about this whale tail punch that somebody has created over in England that everybody's all the rage about. And that's a great idea because I know a lot of people want it. But, oh, hey, Creative Trish. Well, welcome. I don't think I've seen you here before. Oh, yeah, that's it. Maybe even the next size bigger. I bought the die cut or the dies to cut these. And the thing I like about them better than just the punch is that you get 3 different sizes. So what do you guys think about that as a topper? I don't know if I have any other colors that would work. That might work. Ooh, I have this one. That's the little one. Let's see if I have a medium-sized one in that. But yeah, I like the die better because it just gives me 3 different sizes so I can pick a size that works for my project. Great topper. So do you like the bright orangey one that kind of ties in that? I don't know if I like that really well. Or do you like the brown one? You guys tell me. Nope. I'm liking this too, but I think I like the brown one better. Yep, I agree. Brown one better. Brown one better. So Trish, have you been here before watching? I don't remember seeing you. We're so happy to have you. And I'm glad you spoke up. A lot of times people, if they're new, they come in and they're afraid to, you know, say something. So they just sort of watch in the background. And I'm so glad. And that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm so glad you spoke up and said hi. It brings the eyes up. Yep. Yep. Everybody said brown one. So, do we call that done? I kind of like it. Does it need anything else? It could use a little word maybe right here, but I think I'll leave that until I actually go to use it and find something appropriate. So what do you think of that? A little journal card with a, oh, that's already, oh, I put it on there. Duh, that's already got paper on the back. Of course it does, because I put it there. It is a fun way to spend the morning. And I mean, what else you got to do? And especially if you're fussy cutting and have other things going. But anyway, you guys tell me, is that done or does it need more? And you can pull this out and see all that juicy water embossing on the back. I'm going to call that one done. Now, on this one, I wanted to do something. Let me get my Where are we at time-wise? We're at 30 minutes. So I'm going to, actually, I'm not going to do the big one. I'm going to do this smaller one, but I'm still going to, I've got some white gesso here. And I thought these were a little bit dark. So I thought that I would just go in and add a little bit of gesso with my finger here and there, just to brighten them up a little bit. And that's probably all it needs, just that little bit, because we'll have other stuff over here. All right, so that was my idea. We'll see if it's a failure or a hit. Flop or failure? Flip or flop? Wasn't that the show that used to be on? I don't know if it still is. I used to watch all those like home decorating and home renovation shows. Yeah, that water embossing is fun. Let me dry this really quick and then we'll figure out something to do with it. All right. Let's, you know what? I've got these little cards. Yeah, we just did one with a pocket. I don't want to do another pocket. And this card's a little small to, let's do this. Let's make this a tag. And all right. See, I look at them. This side is longer. I don't like that. I'm like one of those perfectionist people. That looks better. Let's see. What shall we put on it? What do you think, ladies? I could do a little collage here. Ooh, look at that. And then we could do some little collaging up. Oops, that's upside down. And then I could put a little bit of, where did they go? I know I had some, a little bit of lace scrap from the other day. Right under there. We could put that bird on there. And that stamp. I think this needs to come over because I like this edge the way it is here. And then I kind of like the white sticking out. And then I could put a word across here. What do you guys think about this? Yeah, I saw that she had a death in the family, and I'm gonna reach out to her. And she was Angela the Chronic Crafter, right? I could actually even move this all up just a little bit. What do y'all think of that? Tell me, tell me. I think I like it. So I'm going to start putting this stuff down. This is how I roll, Susan. Just pick stuff up off the desk and start putting it together. This is actually a stamp. I don't plan ahead much on these. Yeah, I think she's I think she's Angela the Chronic Crafter on YouTube, and I think I have her mailing information because I'm pretty sure she bought from me. Okay, I just rubbed off all the... Okay, then let's put this down. It is the best way to do it, especially first thing in the morning when I don't want to have to think too hard. So I just get out a pile of scraps, and whatever we find in there, that's what we use. Okay, there's that. And then that's going to go on there. Now I'm thinking I might do one more thing on that stamp since I lost all the... that's the problem with using these water-soluble inks. If you're using a slick surface, it doesn't stick very well. So I think what I'm going to do is take my favorite text stamp and just put a little bit of text in the background. There we go. And then we can put that down there. Before I do that, I'm having a thought. That stamp looks a little bit sad all by itself. I think I have the right thing for it. Let's look at these floral stickers. And I've got these that are not, they're kind of more like artistic. That one's probably too big. See, I could put a little floral piece next to it. What do you guys think of that? Or I've got, maybe we put two of them on there. What about that? What do you think about that? I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm going to do my little trick since that's behind the card. I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to mark where I want these to be because it'll be under the card, but then I'll get my labels right where I want them. Oh, hi, April. We've got a couple of new people here, April. We've got Trish, who is fussy cutting in the background. So she's not chatting a whole lot, but she's here. And then we've got Susan. I don't know if you were here the other day when she joined. Was that just yesterday? Yesterday or the day before? Anyway, Susan is new as well. So got a couple of new people. Oh, and yes, April made it. April, I've got 8 pendants, copper pendants all made. They're not ready to show just yet because I have to antique them, but they will be ready soon. All right, so if we put that there, then we have some greenery coming up around that stamp. I like it. Who else? Stacy's not here. Mike's not here. Who else usually comes in the morning that's not here? My brain isn't quite working yet this morning. And of course, Angela. And then we'll put that little bird sticker. Now, here's my dilemma. You guys tell me what you think. Sometimes when you put these little see-through stickers down, they get lost because they're washy. But if I put them down on a piece of white paper and then fussy cut, no, that's showing through okay. It gives a white background and they stand out more. But everything else is kind of muted on this, so I'm going to go with just the sticker. What you up to today, April? Oh, I love it. I love it. There it is. We'll put a little hole in here, put a topper. I will sew around it. But again, I won't do that on camera. I won't bore you with the sewing. But I will ink it. So I haven't gone out to see if Trish has a channel. Trish, if you're still listening, speak up and let us know if you have a channel so we can all go out and take a look at it and subscribe. There we go. And then I can do this part now because and you know what I can't do? It drives me crazy because I can't do it. And that is just put my tag in the thing and punch. I have to put a little circle where I think the middle is. And that's off a little bit, so we'll move it over. I have to put a mark there. I don't know why. I'm just a little lame that way. All right, let's see what color is going to be the best. And I think I might want one of these gunmetal. Of course, the eyelet doesn't show all that much once you get something in it. There we go. There's an eyelet. And then I can put a little topper in there, and my paper's coming up here a little bit. So we'll just glue it down, and I will go and sew around this, and I can show you guys tomorrow. So what do we want? I think I do want a little fabric in here. Ooh, here's a little piece, and it's kind of got those greeny tones to it. Let's try this, and we can cut it down. And then we'll call it a morning, and I'll show you here real quick the 3 pieces that we got done. Well, I got 3 done in a morning. That's more than what I usually get. Okay, there's 1. And there's 2. There we go. Pull those. We'll pull some of these. I'll cut some of these extra strings out. Although I do kind of like them all stringy. There we go. So I just need stitching around it now to finish it. Look at that. What do you think of that, guys? Let's take this one as Pretty Rogue. We'll take that one off. What do you think of that? Can't wait to watch Big Mama. I'm going to make my flip through on Julie's challenge. I named the journal Daisy's Daydream. I used Reader's Digest and it was a challenge. Oh, cool. I will watch too. You know I'll watch. Let's watch your videos. All right, let's look at the 3 that we made, and then we'll all go and get on with our day. All a little bit different. So I did this little journal card and stitch around that, and it's just a little something to stick in a pocket, and I'll back it as well. And then we did this one. This is another journal card, but this one's got a library card in the pocket. And it needs a little extra glue on the corner here to make sure it stays down. There we go. I'll probably sew around that as well. And then since I have the zigzag up here, I'll just sew around the 3 sides. But we took that Tim Holtz flower die and made a pocket out of it. So that's the second one. And then the third one was this cute little tag that we made. Get it to straighten up here. So very cool. 3 little items out of the water embossed paper that I made. What do you guys think? I think they're all pretty cool. I overdid it. It's a gator mouth. All right, you guys. Well, thanks for your help and input on getting it just right, because I do need that, but I'm loving all of them. You should see the stash of ephemera that I'm getting built up here. I guess I could have had that straight. It's pretty cool. All right. Well, you guys all have a wonderful day. And I will see you in the next one. Let me bring you down just a little bit as we close out so you can see these up close and personal. Ended up not using any of the buttons. There they are. All right, ladies, have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye. Love y'all. Thumbs up, please, if you haven't.